I'm just kidding, guys. I've owned this 2025 Toyota Corolla Hatchback SE for about a year now, and I've put a little over like 12,000 miles on it. So today I'm gonna talk about why I bought it, what I love about it, and what I don't really love about it. A little backstory about me is that I used to own a 1996 Buick Regal and a 2000 Lincoln Town Car before this. So you're probably wondering, what am I doing in a Japanese hatchback? As like many others, I bought a Toyota Corolla because I was looking for something reliable. I went with the SE trim just because I'm just broke. There are some things about the SE that I like over the XSE that I'll get into. Besides that, the SE is not bad. The wheels are, I'm a little iffy about the wheels, but that's just looks. The suspension's actually more comfortable because you have smaller wheels. Funny thing about this too is that I'm actually leasing this vehicle, and I stupidly put $5,000 down on this car. I shouldn't even be able to afford this car. I'm still debating whether I want to purchase this after my 3 years is up, and I'm averaging around 29 miles per gallon right now. Mind you, I live in the Bay Area and I use it to commute to work almost 20 miles round trip every day. Traffic can be pretty bad sometimes, so I typically average like 33 maybe. If they had a hybrid Corolla hatchback, I would have bought it in an instant. The hybrid Corollas don't look as good as this one, in my opinion. There's like a cool factor to owning a hatchback. It's not a GR, but it's not a GR. It has the 2-liter 4-cylinder M20A FKS, which has been a pretty proven to be reliable engine from Toyota. You can see that the 2025 version recommends 0W8 oil. I've done 2 oil changes already, one at 5,000 and one at 10,000. The dealer recommends every 10,000 miles. I'm a little paranoid. I read a lot on Reddit. I think from now on, I'm gonna do 7,500 mile intervals. People like to argue about oil a lot, I don't know. But with reliability, I've had no issues except for the time I hit a curb going like 25 miles per hour. There was a crosswalk that had just like an island in the middle of it. I absolutely smacked that and I broke the seal of the rim in the tire. I had to get a new tire. I also got an alignment just to be sure. Let's talk about cargo space, because if you're looking to buy one of these, you're probably curious about how much cargo you can hold. It's not much, guys. If I'm being very honest, you do not buy a Corolla hatchback for the storage. Sure, you can put the seats down. I do have the OEM crossbars. That is an option. I'm not sure how much it is. I would not buy a Corolla hatchback if storage was your concern. So I'm about 5'8" or 5'9", we'll say 5'8.5". Sitting behind myself, it's not bad at all. I wouldn't say plenty of legroom. Headroom is kind of low. I think if you were like 5'10", or 5'11", you would actually start hitting this. So the things I love about this car are the reliability and also its compact size. Toyota's adaptive cruise control system, which is also known as Toyota Safety Sense. This car has Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, and it's really good in traffic. I find myself not even driving half the time. It really saves stress on your legs, so I mostly just have to steer. Now, getting into things I dislike, there are things that bother me with this car. I wouldn't say it's like a deal breaker, you shouldn't buy this car, but I'm just gonna give my thoughts. The CVT transmission. It has a first gear, it has an actual first gear, like a dedicated launch gear. It kind of jerks sometimes. It almost feels like it's slipping, like my last car used to slip kind of. So it almost feels like that. And it's a brand new car, so I'm scared like the transmission's broken or something. It's just kind of something you have to get used to. Like, it definitely rubber bands. If you like full throttle it, you're just gonna be sitting there. If you've dealt with a CVT car before, you're probably aware of this. But you also get good gas mileage, so it's hard to complain. Please don't fall. Yeah, okay. One thing that I could confidently say that I don't like about this car is the road noise. It's extremely loud in my opinion. I don't know how many people take into consideration road noise when they're buying a car. I know for a fact that that definitely wasn't on my mind at all. I was just kind of ignorant to it. My logic was that, oh, it's 2025. Technology is so much better now. A brand new Corolla should be dead silent and have good speakers. Like, we're in the 21st century, right? My brain really couldn't comprehend that there are different classes of cars, and just because the technology exists, they're not gonna give it to you. The first thing I noticed getting into this car after my Lincoln was that I could not barely have a conversation on the freeway, but you do have to raise your voice a little, especially if you have like the AC blowing. Another thing, the speakers are quite terrible in this car. To give some background, I do make music. I wouldn't call myself an audiophile. In my town car, I would always drive with the windows down, but I quickly realized that if you do that in this car, you just get a ton of wind. I don't know what it is, whether it's like the aerodynamics of the car or if it's just really light, and I don't know, but wind rushes and fills the cabin. It's pretty hard to drive this car with all windows down. I usually have to leave them like half, maybe a little less than half, because even half is bad. Like, I sound crazy for even saying this, because why did I buy this car coming from a full-size luxury sedan? I replaced every door speaker with kicker speakers, and even that didn't satisfy me. I also installed a subwoofer. The first thing I installed was a spare tire subwoofer. I almost forgot to mention, I love how this car looks. I think that's one of the main reasons anyone would even be considering buying this specific car. The SE is a little uglier. I don't really like the wheel design. There's pros and cons about owning an SE versus an XSE in my opinion. For one, I personally hate the digital gauges of the XSE. I think it's ugly. I don't think it'll be as reliable as analog gauges. I'm a big fan of the analog gauge cluster on this car. There are no fog lights on the SE. That is a little disappointing. I wish they had like a trim level that were in between SE and XSE. I don't really know if the nightshade does it. I do wish this car had some exhaust tip. They don't even have fake ones, like it's just empty. It kind of gives it a cool look. I mean, it depends how you view it. I think this car would look really good if I put some new wheels on it and lowered it a bit. It kind of looks like a monster truck right now. I also really dislike the soft paint on these cars. You can see I have quite a few rock chips on the lip. There's a lot of small blemishes on the car, and I always try to keep my car's in good condition. I wash it at least, once every other week. If you're really concerned with it, you could do paint protection film. I honestly don't think it's that worth it. I also dislike the 2025 grille. They went piano black with it. I think earlier years of the same generation have it's still plastic, but it's not piano black. This grille is kind of ugly. These fake fog lamp suck. Let's go into cost of ownership. I currently pay $318 a month just to lease this. My buyout price, holy shit. As I was saying, my buyout price is like $15,000. My insurance is expensive as but that's my fault. I got into 2 at-fault accidents within 1 year, so that's my fault. I pay like $280 a month for that, and that's liability in California. The USB-C in this car, you would never expect this. It just charges and uncharges constantly. I've tried multiple cables. I've tried flipping it upside down, using the opposite side. The only way I've found to fix it is if you just restart the head unit. Now it's charging. It doesn't show the battery. Really weird. It's kind of glitchy. I don't know. Kind of an annoyance. That's only with this one, by the way. These seat belts can rattle pretty bad sometimes because this is plastic. And then, you know, if you're listening to like some bass heavy music, these will be rattling pretty bad on all sides. By the way, these rear doors do not open very wide. If you have like an elderly person to put back here, like, good luck. This is like 45-degree angle. It's not very good. I feel like I'm being a little mean to the car. I'm somewhat of a car guy, you can say. I appreciate all types of cars. I've driven a lot of cars. Nothing crazy, just regular traffic. So would I buy this car again? The answer is, it depends. If I had no money and I don't want to say hated my life, but if I hated my life, if I was just so boring, it's a Corolla. Sure, it's a hatchback. It makes it somewhat cooler, but it's not a GR, and you still look like regular traffic. Like, you don't look like an enthusiast in this thing. Yes, I would buy it again. Do I regret my purchase? Maybe a little bit. It's almost like I shouldn't have bought this damn car. If you do not care about cars at all, get the Corolla Hatchback SE. I think the average person would be totally satisfied with this thing, but there's just so many options out there. The Honda Civic Hatchback has a hybrid, it has more rear legroom, it has more cargo, it's funner to drive. At the end of the day, it's not always about reliability. I know how we can get carried away sometimes. We want to find the most reliable car because you would save money that way, right? And that's what I was thinking too. But I'm starting to realize that I value other things than just saving money and having a reliable car. Don't get me wrong, I love my SE. It looks really good from the back. I can't hate on that, but when you see the wheels, it's a different story. I think if you modified this thing, make it loud, lower it, put some wheels on it, it'd look amazing. You'd have a ton of fun. Here is what the car looks like in motion. It's a good looking car. Don't get me wrong. Car looks great. Am I gonna make this? Am I gonna make this? I'm not trying. It's not even worth talking about power in this car because if you're buying one of these, that's not a concern, I hope. The car has plenty of power for, you know, merging onto the highway. Handling is not the best. Again, you're not buying this car for that reason. The paddles are nice, I will say. Sport mode is okay. You can have a lot of fun in this car. I am thinking about installing a rear sway bar. The funniest thing is that I don't even own this car, I'm leasing it. Would I buy this car again? I don't know.